and welcome to the Luv MEESH Podcast. I am your host, Meesh. There are a billion people in the world, and I'm just one of them. And welcome to my podcast, where I'll share my thoughts, opinions, and ramblings, and sometimes I'll have guests, and no subject is off limits. So let the conversation begin. Mimi, go Mimi. It's the MEESH Podcast. Hey, go me, go Mimi. They blew up the center with the machines. See how they try to cover their tracks? Do you know those writers? They get top secret files and then they can make shows about it. Fictional shows, change the name, change a little bit of stuff here and there. It's the truth, y'all. You got to pick out the truth. And if you think that they just now started rigging elections, then you need to wake up because they've been doing that. That's why I don't vote. People tell me, why you don't vote? Bitch, is you stupid? Is you dumb? Your ass not even voting. You're just telling them where you are. Because they branded us with our social, but shit, you could be a nomad. So with the whole voting thing, they know what precinct you in and all that other stuff. And I think that's why they want you to buy homes and stuff. So they can say, oh, she not going nowhere for 30 years. I don't even think I want a home. I thought I wanted one. But why? So you can know where I'm at? It's like, no. So I've been praying and asking the universe, like, you know, a lot of people are saying that we should get out of the United States. A lot of destruction is coming. And I'm like, okay, Lord, tell me where I need to move. And it's getting, I don't want to say scary because I'm not fearful, but it's starting to remind me of this show called The Handmaid's Tale. When the military came in, they had like a real bad feeling, but they stayed. And the next thing you know, they couldn't leave. They was like prisoners, so to speak. And I kind of getting that feeling like, damn, it's a small window for us to leave. And after a while, we're going to be stuck. Now I'm starting to hear, oh, people that aren't vaccinated can't go state to state because traveling is a luxury. What the fuck? I just changed my citizenship to native. And I'm hoping that gives me a little bit more rights. Like I denounced my citizenship and I reclaimed my Native American heritage. And I'm in the process of looking up my genealogy. But I have a card and everything. So if you want to join that program, it's called tpministries.org with Brother Yusuf. And I thank him and all the brothers for the hard work that they're doing. But they don't even want to, they got us believing, oh, this shot is for your health. But nigga, you won't even tell me that I'm a native, that I'm not from Africa. I can't even trust you to tell me that. Why would I trust anything else that you say? Can somebody replay the movie, the Tuskegee experiment over and over so these niggas can wake up? Because how you just forget? And before COVID happened, do you remember he gave an apology? Oh, we're so sorry for what happened. You want to know why they gave that apology? Because they knew COVID was about to come out and they was going to be giving more shots. And they wanted you to know that they apologized so that you'll be more susceptible to get the shots now. Nigga, anybody could say they sorry. Murderers stand right in front of the victim's parents and say they sorry. Bitch, that don't mean nothing. You still need to go do time. You get what I'm saying? Like, what is a sorry? What is a sorry? Them same organizations and programs is still around. You can't be too sorry. Y'all still experimenting on people to this day, right now. You can't be too sorry. Like, don't give me empty sorries. Like, what the fuck? I don't know. It's just, I can't. I can't with this Matrix anymore. I honestly can't. Like, y'all can have it. Summer Walker had said, oh, she said, I don't got London on track no more. I gave him back. Shit, I get a Matrix back. I give it back. Shit, I don't want it no more. I give it back. I got one more thing and we're done. It says the occult numerology of 9/11. It's pretty long. I'm trying to pick and choose here. Relating numbers in terms of qualities rather than quantities, the basic operations is reduction. Adding the digits of any number eventually reduces it to a single essential digit. Gematria is the related practice of assigning numerical values to letters and words. Examples, 8706 8 plus 7 plus 6, 21. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So 3 is the essence of 8706. Multiples of 11 are considered master numbers and do not necessarily need to be reduced. When applied to the flight numbers of 911, note the sequence that emerges at both steps. Let's see. It says a symbolic interpretation of 9/11 event in terms of the thermalus system of Aleister Crowley. Wow, this is witchcraft, y'all. Wow. Twin pillars. The form of the twin pillars as 11 reflect the dual pillars theme seen in many esoteric traditions. The pillars represent paths of ascension to higher consciousness. In the WTC complex, Tower 1 is the solar masculine pillar. Note the larger antenna. Tower 2 is the lunar feminine pillar. The middle path, the synthesis between the pillar, is a way to ultimate unity consciousness. Building 7, the third building to collapse that day, is assigned the middle position here. Note that the sum of the buildings, 1 plus 2 plus 7, is 10. The number of Sephoras or divine spears on the Kabbalic tree of life seen below, WTC 7 was aka the Solomon Brothers building after its owners. Y'all, this shit gets deep. The flight number of each alleged plane and its target: 11 11 2, 93 12 3, 175 13 4, 714 5. Flight 93 is assigned to WTC 7. The central numbers 93 and 77. Flight 11 struck floor 93 of Tower 1, and Flight 175 struck 77 of Tower 2. One of damn planes, y'all. Them bombs was put there. The path of ascent 93 opens through balance of the two pillars. When we balance the values between the two pillars, thus, all of the WC buildings are associated with 93 ascension, while the Pentagon is 777 falling short. Whatever portal they open, y'all, because it's been mayhem. Just think of life before 9/11. You would hear, I remember watching America's Most Wanted. It would be a little bit of murders here and there. But after 9/11, things have just been insane. They opened up some demonic shit with that. 11, the great magical number, the magic force itself, signaling number of identity, fellow occultists, the great work, a synthesis between opposing forces, yet as duality, the fall, opposition, mentality. 175, a mystic number of Venus, Libra. 175 by Crowley concerns uniting oneself to a deity by devotion. Reduces to 13, so equivalent to abracadabra manifestations. 418, 13 has 11 letters, represents ritual or magical workings, the great magic word. I knew it. Number 93, ascension of the ego, duality to love, will, unity, consciousness. From 9, the number of the ego, towards 3, the number of divine union. In Greek Dramatica, Thelma, will. 93, agape love. 93 is equivalent to 77, both reducing to 3. 777 represents the human in a state of thoughts, emotions, and actions elevated to union with the higher will. I feel like now with me reading these numbers, let me read the last one. 77 falling short, failure to achieve higher consciousness. 1 short of 78 cars in the tarot. 77 out of 777, unity of intellect and equal will, but lacking compassion. 2 over 3 is 7, equals 0.666. 77 over 777 is 1421, equals 0.666. Entrapment in the material, eternal failure, hell. Oh my God. I was just about to say that before reading it. I was about to say they wanted to entrap us because if 93 was represent the human in state of thoughts, emotion, and actions. I was going to say they wanted to get us to have action to go to war against Afghanistan. But nah, number 77, it means to trap us in this material world, into this hell realm. Which again is why I think so many things is telling me to vibrate high. Because I think that's the only way out is to vibrate high. So this stuff is good to know, but don't stick to it. Don't sink in it. Just know and keep going high. Like, okay, you know a little bit more about your enemy, but keep going high. This is insane, y'all. Okay, so let me do this. The overall meaning. A massive sacrifice ritual invoking destruction of the divine union to provoke a response of blind violence based in fear. The Twin Towers plus WTC7 numbered 93 representing divine ascent through care are razed to the ground or bare consciousness. My personal interpretation is that once both pillars have fallen, the central path fell without any need for another destructive force. Alleged Flight 93 crashes in PA, and WTC-7, the missing 7 from the Pentagon, also falls. The Pentagon numbered 77, representing hell, and the deficit of compassion is ultimately the victor in advancing an agenda based in fear and destruction. What have we all been hearing about? Fear and destruction. What is the opposite of fear and destruction? I guess the opposite of fear would be faith or bravery, strength. And the opposite of destruction would be building. So, you know how they say you can't defeat hate with hate? You just joined a team, you don't even know it. And if there's an entity that loves evilness and darkness, and one person hits you, they absorb their energy, you hit that person back, now they absorb both your energy. They just sitting back laughing because they get energy from both of y'all. When you could just say, man, this ain't even worth it, and just walk away. Wish them good and just keep going on. Like, love really does conquer all. Like, sometimes people just be having bad moments. Little do you know. Let me give another example. There was a woman that was stealing milk. The officer was called, and he bought the milk for her. So, she had something going on in her life, obviously, where she couldn't purchase the milk. Where the fuck is food stamps and all this other shit? She had to, and food stamps is a joke. My brother has 6 kids, a fucking mortgage, daycare. Like, if you add up all those bills, what the fuck? And because of his income, he can't get food stamps. When I know billionaires, millionaires, trillionaires is getting food stamps, make it make sense. If you gonna have a system for everybody. And be like, this person, I'm going to give this person that doesn't have any income that amount, but because you have this income, I'm only going to give you this amount. Do it like that, but don't say no. I don't understand that part. But he loved on her. He bought the milk and gave it to her. She probably cried. She probably never will have to steal again because someone showed her love and compassion. And that's how Jesus was. The lady at the well, my favorite story. She's supposed to be a whore. A whore at the well. Nobody's supposed to touch her. She's supposed to be dirty. Whatever. But a whore in another chapter shows saves somebody from being killed. I'd be like, nah, nigga, die. I'm such a whore. Stay out on the streets and get killed. See how people only use you when it's beneficial to them? The fuckery. Miss me with the fuckery. But, Jesus went up to her, talked to her, showed her love and compassion, just told her to have a different life, basically. You don't need these niggas. That's how my Bible would be. You don't need these niggas. You don't need these niggas. You beautiful. You gorgeous. Change your lifestyle. Your husband coming. Shit, that's how my Bible would be. But, we just reading it from their point of view. And they don't be telling all these stories in the church. So read it and learn for yourself. But I'm going to just wrap it up because that was my last. Was that my last? Let me make sure. That was the last. That was the last picture for 9/11. As I've been on this Native American journey, I found, what is his name? Dame Dash. You can look him up on YouTube. And in his videos, he always say, I'm not here. I'm just here to make you think. And I think that's amazing. Nobody should have to force you to do anything. You have free will at the end of the day. But by all means, please think. Don't have a brain in your head and you're not using it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Use your brain. Gain some self-control. Do better. If you know something isn't good for you, try to do better little by little until you can do better the whole time. Like, I don't understand. Sometimes I be so baffled. Like if you put a mouse trap in the kitchen with cheese, you might get the first rat, but the other rats ain't gonna fall for that. Like, nigga, you killed my homie. Fuck you, that trap and that cheese. You get what I'm saying? But with humans, it's like they all gonna still go for the rat trap and the cheese. To me, that the COVID shot is a cheese and a rat trap. I kid you not. I cried and I let it go. But if you cared about my well-being so much, instead of telling me to get a shot, you would tell me to join a gym, or maybe you will offer free gym. You would force me to work out 30 minutes a day. You would force me to eat good. You would force me, you know what I'm saying? You're forcing me to be better. But giving me medicine is not making me better. It's making your pockets fat. It's killing me. You're going to get money from every doctor's visit. You're going to get money from the prescriptions. And you're going to get money from the morgue. Make it make sense. So, I don't know, y'all. I follow the scientists. I follow the doctors. I follow myself with my motherfucking mind and my intuition. And I call a spade. And it is what it is. And I know how it is to know something and to not want to do it. Because that's how I be with love. Like, oh, I really love this person. Like, you're not going to do me like that. Like, no, a red flag is a red flag. It is what it is. Your intuition told you this. Your spirit told you this. Your body, your energy. Like, go with it. Like, stop denying stuff that's there. Stop trying not to see it. You know what I mean? So I know 100% how it feels to be in that place. I trust me, I understand. But what I've learned is in the past, I let it go for years, and I'm getting better and better and better at cutting it off. So at least I'm progressing. I'm not perfect, but shit, at least I'm progressing. Some people will sit in the same situation for years and know they can do so much better, but they won't go. They're comfortable, or they have kids, or whatever. You know, we all got a different vice. But if you know, you're supposed to know. You're supposed to do better. So I just commend myself for trying to do better. Like, I don't have to settle. You didn't settle for your job. You didn't settle for the car you have. You didn't settle for your house. Why do we settle for these relationships? Just to say that we have somebody that's halfway doing us right? That say they love us but not really proving it? It's like, So, yeah, I have my moments. I be sad or whatever, but shit. Like I said, this piece is mine, and I'm not going to let nobody else have a remote to that. Not no job, not no person, not nobody. And the final thing that I can say about this is, just because the governor tells you to do something, the president, the news reporters, everybody need to stay in their lane. If your doctor is not telling you, and fuck the doctors too, because they on payroll. But if you're not a doctor, how can you tell somebody what's healthy for them? If you're not a scientist, how can you tell somebody about germs and virology? It's like, how is the president talking about? That's like the president being your lawyer. You about to go to jail for 3 life sentences. Who you gonna call on? And not the president with his dark magic, because we know he probably can hire and pay somebody. I'm just saying, you're going to pick the best lawyer that you can find, because what? That's his area. He even got 20 people off of murder cases. You going to ask him for his fee, pay him, and get all. It's like we're not staying in our lanes anymore. You're going to politicians for medical advice. You're listening to your employers that's supposed to be helping you with work stuff, and now they crossing the line talking about health. Bitch, you don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the world today. But at this point, you don't even need to trust nobody. You need to trust yourself. You need to figure out what a germ and a virus is. Do your homework. Fucking homework. You need to figure out what your illnesses are in your own body. Do your own homework. Stop trying to pay people to help you when you should be your number one defense. I will never forget my ex told me that. You are your number one defense. Don't let yourself down. You can blame everybody, but at the end of the day, it's really going to be your fault. It's really going to be your own fault. Like, how we be allergic to something and want to sue the product? No, you should have known what you was allergic for before you made that purchase. It's like there's no accountability in the world today at all anymore. It just doesn't exist. You need to know that you're unhealthy. I saw a 300-pound 14-year-old talking about, wear your mask so I don't get sick. Bitch, you're sick because you're 300 fucking pounds and you're 14 years old. I laughed so hard. Like, you look just like a cow. You look just like what you eat. That's not okay. If someone was chasing you right now, your ass would be grass. That's not okay. And for your parents and your family and all that to love you and they let you get to that level, that's not even love. So we just fucked up all around. How you just let this person eat that much and want to blame it on genetics and stuff? No, let's blame it on the person cooking every night. Let's blame it on the person grocery shopping. Let's blame it on the person not going for walks and not going to the gym. And don't tell me that, oh, healthy people are dying too. Because what you don't know is that because COVID is around, anybody that I kill, I can blame it on COVID because I'm that corrupt. I could need a whole heart right now. Hey, so-and-so matches your blood. Good, go kill her. And then put, oh, she had COVID. No, the fuck she didn't. She was healthy as fuck. Your evil ass had the money, found the match, and had a alibi. COVID. Like, make it make sense. You look at murder and stuff all the time, then you should know. You look at these murder TVs and these murder shows and these movies, it's not hard to put this shit together. They feed it to us all the time. Healthy people is not just dying. They're being killed. It's called hitman. It's called cover-up. Nobody has to tell you this. You know in your heart of heart. But you want to believe whatever to make yourself feel good, then fine. If that helps you sleep at night, fine. It's your life. Live it how you want. But at the end of the day, facts is facts. And if you go look up, and if you don't believe me, go look up Taoism. These people in China, their government is so strict. If you're not Buddha or whatever, they want to kill you for other religions. But Ttyl is just eating healthy, exercising, yoga, working out, being at one with nature and stuff. So they have healthy organs. Do you know they're being put in jail? And when you're in jail, you're automatically an organ donor. And they're killing these people. And I heard a testimony from a doctor that had to kill someone while they were still alive to get their organ fresh. Don't tell me what the fuck I know. I research. I don't even look at TV like that no more. I'm learning real, true stuff. That's going to help save my life. I don't want to be a sitting duck. And if someone say, oh, you died from this, that, the other, I'm going to know it's bullshit because I know. I know the wolf in sheep clothing, but do you? Will you believe whatever lie they try to put on me? Probably would. She died of COVID. No, the fuck. I have all these vitamins and shit. No, the fuck. No, that's a lie. The moment they try to throw meat in there, that's a lie. You got to know your people or you'll fall for the okie doke. And they took them planes somewhere else, and I'm sure they did kill those people, but they didn't hit them damn planes. One of the interviews, the lady said he was standing up on the thing. They have stairs and hangers. Okay? And what they did to those bodies, I don't know. Did they give them people different identities and told them you better not reach out to your family? I don't know. But I do know they didn't go on them damn planes. I know that. I saw footage. And my heart tells me that it was bullshit. When somebody say something now, I can call it bullshit. It's getting better and better. I don't know why I just thought, I can figure that out. But I've noticed it's a gift. And I have to use it on everybody. And especially the person that I claim that I love and not try to turn it off. Because I be right every time. But, I don't know. Just try to learn the truth in every lie. And just try to learn the lie in every truth. Guess that's the way I'm going to end this podcast. All right, y'all. Later.
Once enough people knew, the critical mass of humanity knew what the actual reality was, we moved into a new reality, which is where we are. And the crisis that we're talking about is something that only exists for people who have been fooled by the banking cartel. And as I've mentioned, enough of us are no longer fooled. So how much of this crisis happened after 9/11? Well, you know what happened in 9/11. We were told that there was twin towers that were falling down because of planes flying into them. This is a fabricated lie. What actually happened on 9/11 was we were being distracted because the day before 9/11 was when the news hit that the military lost over $1 trillion in their budget. And people didn't want anyone to realize this, so they manufactured this fake story. It wasn't real planes. The buildings were demolished. They had to be demolished. There was gold in storage under the Twin Towers that has gone missing, and we're going to be recovering it. And when I say we, this is the coalition that is actually now in place. And I'm the spokesperson for the coalition, but as I've mentioned many, many times, it's really humanity that's in charge, and I just get to try to speak for humanity. And everything that people do when they have regained their world and their reality, they're going to undo any mistakes that we've made in the interim. We're just caretakers waiting for humanity to decentralize and finish running the world themselves. And each country, the people in...
But wait, there's more. I forgot. It's going to be the last little bit, and then I'm done this time. So there 31 suspicious deaths before and after 9/11. So I'm trying to tell you, when you look at one thing, it just take you... You just learn so much more. So Suzanne Joven, 21, was a senior at Yale University, the elitist Ivy League school home to the infamous Skull and Bones. She was brutally stabbed 17 times. Okay, one time was enough, y'all. And one was her throat was slit. So who has time to stab somebody 17 times and slit their throat and get away with it? Okay. 17 times on the night of December 4th, 1998. 4 days before her senior thesis was due. The police says the killer was someone she knew and drove her to the scene. The only publicly named suspect was her thesis advisor and professor, who was Navy intelligence and had top Pentagon security clearance. What was Suzanne's thesis subject about? She was writing about Osama bin Laden. So I actually saw a YouTube where this girl, she investigates everything and she just tells it she's so amazing and phenomenal. And I'm about to start getting to crime TV and stuff. Like, I never used to look at this stuff, but your girl is into it now. And matter of fact, I'm going to start How to Get Away with Murder, because I never looked at that, but shit, I'm into it now. Because this shit, they be trying to tell us the truth, but we'll be wanting to hear it. One of the things she was saying was She told her parents when she had went home that he wasn't trying to help her. Now, let's think about this. He has Pentagon security clearance. He wasn't trying to help her with her thesis paper. He wasn't really offering her support. They tried to say she was having an affair. Man, this girl had a whole boyfriend. She was not having an affair with this man. My intuition, my spirit is not telling me that. It's telling me, as she was writing this paper, she wanted this man to use his security clearance. And they probably, you know, you do be with your professor and all, probably late night conversation. He probably told her some inside intel. She probably done put it in her paper. Now you got to kill her. Because his ass is on the line. Sometimes it be you or me, and he chose her. Like, and look at the irony. 4 days before her senior thesis was due, so she never had a time to turn it in. And you guys, when you're doing a senior thesis, it gets published. Okay? She's at a Yale University. People are going to deem it as creditable. They're going to tie it back to her thesis professor. 17 times. That number means something, y'all. Because last time I checked, slitting somebody's throat is going to kill them. Stabbing somebody 17 times leaves a message for the police, for the chief, for the FBI, to say, close this case as fast as possible, whatever. It needed to be done. That's the message. That's what my spirit, that's what my intuition is telling me. Okay? And I'm going to go with that over anything. So the next person, and you know, Lord bless her soul, she touched on something. Look, 1991, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Somebody didn't want this information to get out. Somebody did not want that information to get out. 4 days before her thesis paper was due. So what sticks out to me is Yale University, Ivy League college. What sticks out to me is 17 times. What sticks out to me, 4 days before her thesis paper. What sticks out to me, her thesis advisor. Put that together. Thesis advisor. You get assigned a thesis advisor. He's also her professor. She told her parents he was not very helpful. Navy intelligence, Pentagon security clearance. This fluoride that they are putting in the water is really getting to a lot of people's brains. They literally are zombies walking around here and they don't even know it. And that scares me because these are people that are driving their kids to school, on somebody's job, heavy machinery equipment, riding planes and shit. Which I take that back. Because when you have jobs like that, they make you do physicals. My uncle was a captain. Rest in peace. I have him on my altar. I keep him fed with food, and I keep him beverage, all of them. I give them food and water. So rest in peace, uncle. He was a captain, and he always had to do a physical. So when they say he died, I immediately said bullshit. No. I got the job at Coca-Cola, but I ended up not going because I got hired on the AT&T. And the guy said, not many girls sign up for this job, but I had it, and I was strong, and I passed the test. And I was going to be lifting Coca-Cola cans and putting them on the shelves. Now, to have jobs like that, you have to be in shape. They don't want you doing this job if you are not qualified. Military, police, CIA, longshoremen. I have a friend. He got to do his physical. Pilots and stuff like that. So, they know if you are not in shape and you can't do that job. Why? Because you have prized cargo, and they want you in tip-top shape to handle their merchandise, whether that's people or products. You're still merchandise in their eyes, not mine, in their eyes. They brand the cattle, they brand humans. Cattle gets cast iron on their skin, humans get social security numbers. Same thing. It's a fucking mind trick. But when they said that he was ill or whatever, this man is in tip-top shape. Like, I just didn't believe it. Whatever. Fuck that. I don't know. My intuition said bullshit on that too. So I'm always right with my intuition. I think it was like he choked or his stomach or something. Like, this shit didn't add up. This man is a healthy person. Like, the scenario just didn't fit. Like, you could have came up with something else more believable. People can't even lie right. But this water is decalcifying people's mind where they can't even put two and two together. This screams inside job. Like, I don't even need to be a private investigator to know this. Like, come on, people. And then just whoever be behind this just be laughing like, y'all so fucking dumb. And you know what? One of the comments, I was reading the comments on the YouTube, and it said, you forgot the part where he said, I can murder somebody and get away with it. And then he moved away. So obviously what he said was true. He definitely got away with murder. And oh my God, it's funny that I just said I want to look at the TV show How to Get Away with Murder, because does this not remind you of How to Get Away with Murder? Now, if I start this TV show and it say that she was Navy intelligence with Pentagon clearance, I'm gonna fucking drop the phone. Because I haven't seen any of it. I just was not into like murdery stuff. I was never into that. But now, baby girl, now that I see what type of world this is, I need to learn how to get away with fucking murder. Shit. I might have to protect my own self. You know what I'm saying? It's a scary world. It's not a scary world, but damn, if you don't have the playbook, your ass gonna get played. So, yeah. Wow. I didn't even put that together when I was reading that. So, anyways, I just thought that was interesting, that why would a professor even say that? I could murder somebody and get away with it. Like, we know y'all do that all the time as government. That's not something you have to brag about. We know as citizens that this shit happens. We see you kill black men every day when they don't have nothing in their hand but a bag of fucking Skittles and a black hoodie, or their hands on their head getting out of a car. You ask them to get their license and registration. When they lean over, you kill them. We know what that is. They had a price on their head. And instead of having regular, everyday people do it, they have police officers do it now. Because they going to get what? Suspended with pay or fired. But they're not going to go to jail. And they could live to see another day. They're just getting more brilliant with these hits, y'all. Okay, so next, John O'Neill. He was a member of the FBI whose specialty was tracking Osama bin Laden. On September 10, 2001, John O'Neill was given a new job in the World Trade Center. On September 11, 2001, he was killed by his arch nemesis, Osama bin Laden. Coincidence or conspiracy? Who killed John O'Neill? You go to spirituallysmart.com. My theory on this is, because America wanted to tag 9/11 on Osama bin Laden, and this person knew Osama bin Laden's whereabouts, he will be the number one person to say this was not Osama bin Laden. He probably knows the wife, the kids, the family, his whereabouts, what he's really after, and what he's really a terrorist over, if any, and he will be the number one person to debunk that story. With him dead and all of his knowledge, you could pin it on him, and no one else would be able to tell you otherwise. You wouldn't have no other intel. Because that's just too coincidence. This man offered a new job my ass. If you want me to be on Osama bin Laden, that's the only thing I'm doing. Talking about new job. A new job on the 10th. And died on the 11th. And this man probably was punctual to work and everything. That's why if I'm late, bitch, I'm late. Y'all might get behind and I don't be there. You get what I'm saying? I don't be stressing myself over these places. No company will exist without people, so damn it, I'm gonna be somewhere. So I just kind of felt like they had this man tag Osama bin Laden and be his, private locator, and he needed to be off the board for them to pin everything on Osama bin Laden. Okay, Milton William Bill Cooper. He fingered the CIA, the Knights of Malta, and tied it all together very nicely with 9/11. On November 5th, 2001, Apache County Sheriff deputies attempted to arrest Cooper at his Eager, Arizona home on charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and endangerment stemming from disputes with local residents. After an exchange of gunfire during which Cooper shot one of the deputies in the head, I don't believe it. Cooper was fatally shot, I believe it. Federal authorities reported that Cooper had spent years evading execution of a 1998 arrest warrant, and according to a spokeswoman for the Marshal Service, he vowed that he would not be taken alive. Okay, well, I do believe, because I listened to an interview from his best friend that used to live with him. So that's how best friend it is. You don't just let anybody live with you and your kids and your wife. He was friends with all of the deputies in the area, and he would have barbecues. His house was like on a hill, subdivision of about 10, 15 houses. He would have barbecues with mayors, electors, and stuff like that. So, number one, all these people know that this man got an arrest warrant and he ain't been arrested yet. Nah. Like it said at the beginning, he pinned CIA and Knights of Malta together on 9/11, and him and his friend would do all this research, and they had this, he had a radio station where he would play old school music and do an hour with his research and stuff. Him and his friend got too close, and he was out. Now, what I found suspicious was that right before he died, his friend moved out. So I kind of feel like they told the friend, y'all doing too much, shut it down, or both of y'all gonna be bye-bye. And the friend was like, all right, moved out. Talking about, I didn't listen to the radio station that day, and da-da-da-da-da. Like, come on, this is somebody that you research heavy with, and you do the shows and stuff, and you just don't listen to it. Like, that just don't make sense. That's like a movie producer not watching their movie. What the fuck you mean? I'm gonna watch the premiere of my baby. Like, that just didn't sit. My lie detector says bullshit. My lie detector said the friend kind of knew. He got him and his kids out the way, and it was what it was. They probably had a conversation like, look, people aren't happy with what we're researching. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. Maybe we should stop. I think Bill wanted to keep going. He didn't. And I think that's when he moved out. Then they kind of went their separate ways. And then, boom. Because if they really wanted to get Bill and his friend, correct me if I'm wrong, if y'all are doing this research together and y'all are putting this show together, I need to kill both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? How did they go from one to just one? Okay? And some people you can bribe and some people you can't. And in all of these stories, I feel like the person you can't bribe be the one that die. Like, and I just found out Martin Luther King was going to do a speech to say we trusted the enemy, to kind of retract everything. And that's when he was assassinated. And one of the main preachers that was with him was on the inside. Which, you never know. You think you be knowing everybody you with. You don't. If somebody offered them $1 million to set you up, I'm pretty sure they would. Go to your funeral, hug your mama, kiss the kids, everything. It's knowing good well they set your ass up. Even the Bible say the human heart, no one knows the human heart but God. So the only trust 1,000% I'm going to put in will be my creator. Because you love me and I love you, but your love might not be like mine. Ain't no way I'm going to set somebody up. That I'm just not built like that. But some people sleep good at night, knowing good as well that they save their ass. And that's really all it be. These other people I didn't research anymore before the last one I did. I'll tell you the ones I researched. I didn't research this one, but I thought it was interesting. Hunter Thompson, he died at Owl Farm, his fortified compound in Woody Creek, Colorado at 5:42 p.m. on February 20th, 2005 from a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. This be my thing. How do they know when these people die? Why they don't say estimate at approximately? It be on the dot at 5:42. I wouldn't be surprised if the freaking death certificate got the seconds on there. That's how we know they be... Let me continue. From a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Now, let's be honest. If this man committed suicide, would not have said he committed suicide? A self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. No. Somebody shot this man, put the gun in his hand, put the fingerprints, whatever, and they're going to call it. So, by now, we know this. Drug overdose, hangings, shots to the head, car crash, plane crash. We know the blueprint by now. It all screams bullshit. It all screams someone murdered me. Before his death, he'd been working on a story about the World Trade Center attacks and had stumbled across what he felt was hard evidence showing the towers had been brought down, not by the airplanes that flew into them, but by explosive charges set off in their foundations. Now, he thought someone was out to stop him publishing it. They're going to make it look like suicide, he said. I know how these bastards think. I could drop the motherfucking phone right now. Self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. That's why they didn't say suicide. See? I be knowing, y'all. I be knowing. Don't even know that I know. So to all of these victims, I'm just going to say rest in peace. May the primordial creator of the universe avenge your death. To whoever has bloody hands. I used to be loving light, but no. There's yin and yang in life. There's good and evil in you. And evil exists for a reason. People just use it out of the way that it's supposed to be used. Because in the Old Testament, did not it say hand for a hand, eye for an eye? That seemed pretty just to me. It really did. If you do wrong, you get wrong. But now they're just doing wrong and nobody even did them wrong. That's the wrong kind of evil or bad, if you ask me. So, yeah. Let karma reign forever. I'm okay with evil. I'm okay with darkness. And I just found out that angels and demons are commanded by humans. But they got us only looking to the angels. No, you might need to have demons protect you too. I'm not scared of a motherfucking thing now. They don't woke my ass up. Good and evil is okay. They want you to not learn anything about evil so that they can use it on you. No, and no. They don't want you to learn about biology and poisons and stuff so they could use it on you and you won't know what hit you. No, these are things that we need to learn and know. Know your enemy. It was a quote. What that quote say? Your enemies need to be your best friend. Oh, it's another book called The 48 Laws of Power. I'm going to pick that back up. I was halfway through and I just couldn't believe the stuff that it was teaching. Like one of the Chinese warriors, he had befriended his nemesis and then ended up killing him. Like what? He needed, and then no. I think he killed all of the people next in line because he knew that they would try to get him, so he got them first. Like what? But this is how humans are. This is shit that we need to read and know. So yes, go pick up the 48 Laws of Power. I'm pretty sure people is using that shit right now, right here today. Like history repeats itself. So rest in peace, Hunter Thompson. May the primordial creator avenge your death. So this is Michael Zuber. He was 25-year-old PhD candidate at Clemson University in South Carolina and a student member of Scholars for 9/11 Truth. Very active in educating the other students about 9/11, and he was in the process of arranging a showcase of some 9/11 videos to the students and organized a 9/11 student group on the campus. Aw, shit. See how you can feel? I'm not laughing at that, but I didn't read this one yet, and I could already tell. On March 18, 2006, Michael, his sister, his mother, and a friend were walking to their car after dinner at a restaurant when they were approached by a couple of young men who demanded his mother's purse. She gave it to them without a fight, but one of the men shot Michael in the head anyway for no apparent reason. He died quickly. So they needed a story. The mom got robbed, but they didn't think that she would give him the purse. They wanted it to be some type of shuffle or fight and say that he died defending his mother. No, what they didn't know is the mom gonna give the purse away. You can have this fucking purse, I want my life. And they shot him anyway. Dummy, that story does not make sense. You got the purse and you shot him. Make it make sense. Whoever they hired, they fucked up. The two men escaped in a car. Police were soon chasing after the car that matched the description. A woman was driving. Two male passengers tossed a loaded handgun out the window. After a few miles, a woman stopped the car. All three people in the car were arrested. However, the two men, Amari Kowal Thomas and James Michael Walker, were soon released. The woman, Alicia, is still in jail, but the police insist she had nothing to do with the murder. Mug shots are not available. What? They were released and she is still in jail? Okay, y'all, let's back up. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Two male passengers tossed loaded handguns out the window. Correct me if I'm wrong. You can find a tossed gun. After a few miles, a woman stopped the car and all three people in the car were arrested. I'm pretty sure they put a gun in her head and said, drive. And she's still in jail, but they are out. The police insisting she had nothing to do with the murder, but she's still in jail? So this is over police, y'all. The police insisted she had nothing to do with it, but she's still in jail, y'all. She's still in jail. So in that car, they was talking. They probably told the commander, we got him, this, that, the other. She knew intel, and they could not let her ass go. Because how the police say she had nothing to do with it, and she's still in jail? Make it make sense. And then mug shots are not available. I'm sure they're not available because they're informants. Dan Wallace's father died in the World Trade Center demolitions on September 11, 2001. See how they said demolitions, not terrorist attack. When he was still a teen, on December 3rd, 2006, in the crowded basement of a St. Mark's church in New York City, he gave a speech about who he truly believed killed his father. Videos of the speech are posted below. On January 29th, 2007, he was found dead in the early morning hours in his bed, died of natural causes. Oh, we know. Dan Wallace, we know they can definitely make you die of natural causes. Bruce Edwards Ivins, on the morning of July 27, 2008, Ivins was found unconscious at his home. He was taken to Frederick Memorial Hospital and died July 29th from an overdose of Tylenol. Really? Has anybody heard of somebody dying of an overdose of Tylenol? Wouldn't they have called that suicide? You gotta read between the lines. With codeine and apparent suicide, okay, whatever. No autopsy was ordered following his death. Make it make sense. How do you know? How do you know that he overdosed on Tylenol without doing an autopsy? He was a scientist who worked at the government's biodefense labs at Fort Detrick in Frederick, Maryland. He became an anthrax suspect around April 4, 2005. Really? They tried to pin this on that man. In 2001, anthrax attacked the United States, also known as Amerithrax, from its Federal Bureau of Investigations. FBI case name occurred over the course of several weeks, beginning on Tuesday, September 8, 2001. 1 week after the September 11 attacks, letters containing anthrax spores were mailed to several news media offices and 2 Democratic U.S. senators, killing 5 people and affecting 17 others. You know what I think? I think Bruce Edwards Ivins was a scientist with government biodefense lab, but you know the government be making this stuff, so he took it upon himself to use some of that same stuff. He must have known about 9/11 was trying to kill some of the people that he thought was connected to it. Because we, I ain't get no anthrax letter, did you? You get what I'm saying? Like, everyday people didn't get, like, he knew who to send it to. News offices, Democrats. But wait, there's more. Beverly Eckhart, her husband Sean Rooney, died at age 50 in the attacks of September 11, 2001. She was one of the most vocal family members who refused the government's high-pressure settlement. I remember reading about this attempt after her husband was killed in the World Trade Center. September 11, 2001. Y'all, I think they was offered $3 million and she denied it. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you really felt that it was a terrorist attack, you would have took that money. But if you really love your partner and you knew that the government was just trying to cover up, you wouldn't take that money. Like, something in you would just say no. Because to me, they don't just give you free money. That money meant don't talk about this, don't do no interviews, da-da-da-da. Like, just use your common sense. That money comes with something. When I did my jury duty, I had to sign an NDA. I couldn't tell my boss. I couldn't tell my family. It was like, go home, pack your bags, and come here. We couldn't even leave without signing that paper. So my job wasn't harassing me about my work. My parents didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I just had to leave. So this is how the government works, y'all. Wow. She denied that money. That's a lot of money. How many of y'all would deny money? She died because, let's think about it. If someone killed me wrongfully and you knew they did and you took that money, I probably would hunt your ass. Like, she probably couldn't sleep at night knowing she took this money for them killing her man. She died at age 57 on February 12, 2009 in the crash of Air Flight 3407 in Clarence Center, New York. She had met with President Barack Obama just a few days before her death in her role as an advocate for those affected by 9/11. She went to the wrong man. She went to Obama, probably told him everything she knew a few days. She met with Barack Obama just a few days before her death. Is that not screaming at y'all? She is known for her open letter to America titled My Silence Cannot Be Bought, published December 19, 2003 on the opening page of the U.S. Today newspaper. My silence cannot be bought. Now, this is what it doesn't tell me. For her to feel so strong that this was bullshit, who was her husband? Who did he work for? I'm pretty sure they had pillow talk at night. What did he know? What did she know? What did she know that the government didn't know that she knew, but they know that she know now because how strong she's against it. See, this is the shit that they be leaving out. My silence cannot be bought. And so, see, that leads me to believe with that money, she was not supposed to say nothing. That's hush money. Come on, y'all. Okay, Osama bin Laden, bin Awad bin Laden. He was the founder of Al-Qaeda, the militant organization that claimed responsibility for the September 11 attacks on the United States, along with numerous other mass casualty attacks against civilian and military targets. Last time I checked, military is supposed to fight military. When they be messing with civilians, out of pocket. God is not pleased with that. The angels is not pleased with that. And that's why we at war right now. Right now. Those beings are not pleased. He was a Saudi Arabian, a member of the wealthy bin Laden family, and an ethnic Yemeni contact. Y'all, it's something special about people with specific blood. And I believe he's part of that 13 family member bloodline, because we all know the people with money, they got money going way back. When they say wealthy, rich people just got rich, but wealthy people, that means generational money. That mean that money ain't going nowhere. That mean you couldn't fuck up that money if you wanted to. From 2001 to 2011, bin Laden was a major target of the War of Terror as the FBI placed a $25,000 million bounty on him and searched for him. God damn. So when we seen all these people murdered, they be getting paid $25 million bounty. And so, correct me if I'm wrong. If somebody rob you, you can't go shoot them, right? And kill them. but the government has the right to put a bounty on your head and not go to jail. Like, a lot of this stuff is not making sense. So you hire this man to do a tax, and then you want to turn around and kill him? What it probably was is he probably was going to expose, and they had to get rid of him. On May 2nd, 2011, bin Laden was shot and killed inside of a private residential compound by a Navy SEAL Team 6 on the orders of U.S. President Barack Obama. Okay, the next part goes with that. 22 members of Navy SEAL Team 6 who killed Osama bin Laden on August 6, 2011, a U.S. Boeing 47 military helicopter was shot down. See what I mean? While transporting a quick reaction force attempted to reinforce an engaged unit of Army Rangers. So if Osama bin Laden had a $25 million bounty, what was the bounty for these 22 members? The resulting crash killed 38 people, 25 American Special Operations personnel, of whom 22 members of Navy SEAL Team 6 who killed Osama bin Laden, 5 United States Army National Guard, Army Reserve, 7 Afghan commandos, and 1 interpreter, as well as a U.S. military working dog. Damn, even a fucking dog. One father of one of the SEALs told Savage in a radio interview that he believed the U.S. government sent his son and his colleagues to their deaths, claiming that on at least 3 separate occasions, his son grabbed him by the bicep and announced that he had prepared his will, knowing that he and his SEAL team were going to meet his demise. They knew the father's stakes. They knew something was up. Every one of them. This was all planned, he said. I have it in the paperwork. Among their many suspicions, the families questioned the sudden replacement of 7 Afghan commanders on board the helicopter just before takeoff. And they might have been right along with Osama bin Laden they had to go to. The 7 who died in the attack are not the 7 listed in the flight manifest. And it's not illegal. The families say that to this day they don't know the identities of the dead Afghans. The chopper's black box was never recorded. It was washed away in flood flash. Really? Like, are you dumb? Are you dumb or are you dumb? Are you dumb or are you dumb? I don't understand why they have to make up stories. If I'm trying to figure this one out. So they killed Osama bin Laden. Okay, they should have been given Purple Hearts. But in one of the stories, this is the one I did read, somebody said that one of the soldiers was leaking information. So that leads me to believe, what were they leaking? What did they know that we didn't know? You know, when you know information, you can make a book, you can make a movie, it gets out to the world. And they don't be wanting that to happen. So they just kind of kill you. And what you know dies with you. It's so much evil going on in this world, y'all. I couldn't even look into the Pizzagate stuff because my heart. But we haven't heard anything about any of this. And then on some sites it say these people are dead. Their clones are walking around. You know, they're in the galactic courts. But shit, if they dead, they need to be dead. Don't have no clone walking around for them. Doing more evil in their name. Hell. What the fuck? A lot of this stuff just does not make sense to me. 22 members of Navy SEAL Team 6 who killed Osama bin Laden. They should have been given Purple Hearts if they killed him. Y'all, it's the money. Money is the root of all evil. If people wouldn't do anything for money, then there wouldn't be bribe. Go kill so-and-so for $3 million. No. That would be the end of all of this, like, murder and assassins and stuff. But because somebody gonna say yeah, here we are today. But just know, if you can put a bounty on someone's head, someone can put a bounty on your head. Who wants to live like that? You got to look over your shoulder all the time. And bump this life, you got to meet Mother. You got to meet your Creator. What are you going to say? That's what's wrong. Like, you know that you didn't just wake up and exist. You know something created you. You know you're going to have to see it one day. And you still showing your ass? That's like your parents giving you a curfew and you coming in beyond curfew, not giving a fuck. You know you're finna get your ass whooped. You might not even not want to go home. Shit. All right, y'all. Trust yourself over anything else is my motto. The same people that are supposed to protect you could be the same people that harm you. I don't care what uniform they got on. Shit, you might call 911. They might interpret that call and pretend to be help when you just let them know that you was trying to get, I don't know, just everything is just all. You are your first defense. Pray, stay prayed up spiritually. When it's your time to go, it's going to be your time to go. But it's just so much evilness going on. Keep a prayer on your tongue multiple times a day. Give your guardian angel permission to protect you and guide you throughout the day. And just try to keep your vibes high, because my grandma used to always talk about revelations. Well, we were most definitely living in the revelation time. I don't know if it's the end, but we're definitely living in revelations with all the turmoil and evilness and spells. We don't even know how deep this goes. These people opening up portals and doing spells and sacrifices and shit, and you just going to work trying to pay your bills. You don't even know how deep this is. But playtime is over. It's time to know. It's time to know for yourself, so that you'll be able to say, this don't look right, and be up on game. And I can't wait to start How to Get Away with Murder, because I'm finna finish up V. And when I finish with V, I'm gonna start How to Get Away with Murder. Shit, we all need to know how to get away with the goddamn murder. All right. That's the end for this podcast. Shit, they be getting away with it all the time. My heart goes out to all the victims, all family members and such substances that were affected. It seems like as each year go by, more truth comes out. And it's better to know than not know. I've come to peace with that. It's better to know than not know. It really is. So if something is brought to your attention, try to learn about that something, because something is trying to tell you. It's trying to prepare you. Knowledge is power, for sure. So if no one told you that they love you today, let me be the first. I love you, and I hope you have a better than great day. Take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. The best teachers in life will always point you to yourself. Like Dame would say, Dame Dash, I'm just here to make you think. And remember to vibe high, okay? High vibes. High. Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks a billion for listening. You can reach me on other social media platforms at www.linktr.ee/luv.meesh. I hope you have a better than great day. Love ya. Talk to you later. Mwah. Bye.
Go meet me. It's the Meesha Podcast. Hey, go meet me. Go meet me.